me tell y'all something. With the way these grocery prices are set up, you've got to find meals that stretches across multiple days if you want to save coins in your pocket. And nothing does that better than a big old pot of spaghetti. And that's exactly what I'm cooking this week, with a side of garlic knots that I found on clearance at Walmart for $1.25. Now, can y'all believe that? That is a cheap price for some garlic knots. And you want to know the best part? This isn't just one meal. This is the meal that keep on giving, because y'all know a pot of spaghetti can stretch across multiple days, because that is the goal today, is to stretch this meal so that we are not in this kitchen cooking and we are not at the grocery stores shopping. So if you've been looking for cheap family meals that stretches across multiple days, you are in the right place. Here are all of the ingredients that I'm using, and let me be honest, this spaghetti recipe is a little different from the way I normally make it, because I was missing a few of my usual ingredients like celery, Italian sausage, Italian seasoning, and I usually throw in an extra jar of pasta sauce too. But let me tell you, when push comes to shove, you just gotta roll with what you've got and make it work. So I'm starting off with this ground beef and pork mixture, but y'all, you would not believe how much I saved with this one roll. Normally, I'll buy a pound of ground beef and a roll of breakfast sausage, then mix them together. But this roll already came mixed with beef and pork, which means less money out of my pocket. And listen, when you're cooking on a budget, shortcuts like that makes a huge difference. I've tossed in one frozen bell pepper, and I probably should have thawed it out first, but listen,
ain't nobody got time for that.
They'll cook down just fine with the meat. Now, I always let my peppers soften up before adding the onions. That way everything cooks evenly. You want your veggies nice and translucent, unless you like crunchy spaghetti. And hey, I would not judge you if you do. And as Tabitha Brown says, that's your business. Now, while those are cooking down, I'm moving over to the pasta. And the first thing you want to do is get that water boiling, then add salt. Now, do you add salt to your pasta water or do you skip it? Now, me, I always add salt to mine. I'm going to let these spaghetti noodles cook according to the package directions. Now, over here in the pan, the onions and bell peppers have softened up real nice. So now it's time to add the garlic. As I'm cooking the spaghetti, I'm thinking about how these grocery prices are something else right now, y'all. It feels like every time I walk into the store, the same thing I bought last week costs a little bit more this week. That's why meals like this spaghetti come in handy for sure. For less than $10, I'm not just getting one dinner, I'm getting multiple meals that'll last my whole family. Now, one thing I've learned is you don't always need a long list of ingredients to make something good. Sometimes it's about working with what you already have at home and being creative. You know, also shop those clearance aisles. Bread can always be frozen, and so can meat. Do what you can to save money on your grocery budget, because that's one of the main bills we have influence on. Stretching what you already have and making it last is how you really save money. I remind myself all the time, it's not about cooking these out-of-the-box meals. It's about cooking smart and knowing what your family will and will not eat. So if you've been feeling stressed about the grocery bill, just know you are not by yourself, and there are ways to make it work, even when the prices keep going up. I've added pasta sauce to the meat, and now I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now listen, I am team sugar all day when it comes to spaghetti, but you can totally leave it out if you want, or you can add it. But if you do, just do it to taste. The sugar helps cut the acidity from the tomatoes, and it gives the sauce a smoother flavor. So that's why I add sugar to my spaghetti. That little touch makes all the difference, y'all. But I'm curious, are y'all team sugar or no sugar when it comes to spaghetti? Because I know folks get real passionate about this one. It's right up there with the sugar and grits debate. I'm going to drop a couple of bay leaves in here and let this sauce simmer for a bit before I add the pasta. Now, bay leaves might not look like they do much, but they actually create a deeper flavor when you use them in soups, sauces, and stews. And listen, people also get passionate about this next part. My daddy would have all kinds of fits when my mom would mix the spaghetti noodles in the sauce. He wanted them separate, but me, I'm more like my mom. When it comes to this, to me, it's all going to the same place anyway. So why not let the noodles soak up some of that flavor while they are in the pot? All right, y'all, let's get these garlic knots in the oven. I grabbed this bag for just $1.25 from Walmart's bakery section. Now, when I saw that price, I did not play around. I grabbed as much as I could, but I also left enough for others. I didn't want to take all of the food, y'all. And I've also learned a little trick. If you head into Walmart after 8 a.m. or go late in the evening, that's when you can really catch those bakery markdowns. Now, I went in around 7 one morning and they were just starting to mark stuff down, and I was not about to wait around. So now I just go in a little later in the morning and grab whatever's on clearance that I know my family will eat. And here's dinner.
Sin City was a maybe.
Now, y'all know we can't have dinner without dessert, so today I went ahead and baked a yellow cake with homemade chocolate icing. Now, the last time I made this cake, I had to skip the icing because I ran out of powdered sugar. My family still ate it, but it would have been much better with some type of frosting. Y'all, lately I've been finding all of these homemade cake recipes and jotting down the ones that I want to try. So stay tuned for that because we're about to start making some more foods from scratch. I'm really excited to bring back some of those skills my mom and grandma passed down to me. I was flipping through one of my dad's old recipe books the other day, and tucked in between the pages was this handwritten recipe for a sweet potato cake. Now, if you knew my dad, you know that sweet potato and $1 million cake were his absolute favorites to bake. So I thought about trying the $1 million cake recipe, but that one has so many different flavorings, and since my kids are allergic to a few of the ingredients, I'd have to change way too much. And with that cake, if you leave out one thing, it just doesn't taste the same. So instead, I decided to give the sweet potato cake a try. It calls for nuts too, but that's an easy fix and I can just leave those out. That way I still get to bring a little piece of my dad's baking back into my kitchen.
Sin City was a maybe.
Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Jordan's Reviews. And by golly, oh jolly man, it is a holly jolly day. I don't mean that in the Christmas sense, I mean it as in it is really a good day. I'm talking amazing day. Bro, you do not understand the level of excitement and dopamine rush that I got when I was sitting upstairs and I caught the heavenly whiff of spaghetti. You already know how much I like cheese. I'm pretty sure we're aware that Jordan of Jordan's Reviews or avid. If you watched the channel for a long time, you know I love me some cheese. Spaghetti, you put cheese with that. Sold. I already like spaghetti. I like spaghetti a lot. I think that's actually one of my favorite foods. Spaghetti definitely takes the cake for being one of my favorite foods. I really do love spaghetti, and it looks, my mother went crazy because it's driving me crazy. I'm watering. My mouth is watering. It's delicious, and I know y'all probably saw that, but let me actually get a close up. It's cheesy. It's saucy, and we got another favorite side item. I love garlic knots. I'm talking, I am an addict for these things. If I'm gonna keep it so real, my mother made extras, but there's gonna be no extras left by the time I'm done, because after this Jordan's Reviews video, I'm about to come back down, I'm gonna grab the whole thing. The whole thing, I would just swoop it on up like Batman, bro. It's gonna get taken up and out of here. It's gonna be pretty freaking delicious. I can already tell. It looks good. It smells absolutely delicious. I'm talking. My mouth can stop watering. It's something. Oh, it's something. It is delicious, delicious. But of course, we also have dessert. The new chocolate cake. Look at a close-up of that. It looks pretty delicious. That is some very nice frosting, I must say so.
And we actually have frosting. Remember the last time we didn't have frosting?
I remember the last time we didn't have frosting. The cake wasn't bad though. It was still pretty darn delicious. Now, it has ascended to max tastefulness. It is chocolatey. It is sweet. And I love me sweetness. So and that's the perfect dessert right there. Chocolate freaking cake. I love it. They already know me. You already know my favorite cake. Actually, might as well. Now comment down below, see if y'all remember what's my favorite cake type. What cake do I genuinely prefer? That's actually pretty good. That was pretty, very cheesy. Enjoy that one. Enjoy that one. It's very delicious. Very delicious. Now let's keep tasting. Let's try the. I already know I'm about to like this. Garlic knot. Magnificente. Delicioso. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the garlic knot is the best thing on this bowl right here. The spaghetti was delicious. It was really good, but that garlic knot is nodding. That tasted like some proper gourmet eats right there. I say that a lot, but that, this and that, yeah, tasty. And I'm over here still rambling. We got one last thing to get through, so we'll just eat it, bear with our hands. Let's see. Can I attack this without getting? I think the chocolate's inevitability. We're just gonna. Okay. Hang on a minute. Give it a second. That boy busted. That boy really busted. This chocolate cake is. Ooh, okay. Here. Last chocolate, I say the last chocolate cake. The last cake we ate, I think it was really missing the frosting, but either way, it was still sweet. I really love that. But now, with the chocolate, I could assuredly say 20 times better. I love this one. I absolutely love it. I'm going to come back for seconds, thirds, fourths. The whole cake's gonna disappear, and unfortunately we're not gonna be able to make it reappear. Hey mama, maybe you might want to make a new cake, maybe make an extra duplicate cake, because I might take that one upstairs and we'll just want to go. I ain't gonna lie to you. Big bagging tendencies. But I'm honestly going to keep it real, or I'm gonna keep it honest. My favorite thing between these three things was the garlic knot. The garlic knot, I don't know what you did to it, but it was like many flavors. It wasn't many, okay, it was a good combination of flavors. It was the seasoning, the soft bread, and
garlic and butter.
I'm on that. I think, okay, we tasted. It's good. We got that. It's good. Okay, so I'm gonna give it the good old rating. I give it 180,000 out of 10. 180,000 out of 10. That is my final analysis of deliciousness. This is a great meal. I am happy I came downstairs today and left my hibernation. Now, with all that being said, that concludes Jordan's reviews. That is, we tasted, it's good. So, if y'all don't mind, I'm feeling, y'all know, I'm kind of hungry. I'm a big bag. I definitely didn't get chocolate on my fingers, but I'm a big bag and I gotta eat, man. So, don't think I forgot. No, y'all know what to do. God dang, that is hot. Oh my goodness. Holy, okay. I know what to do. Anywho, Big Bang Attack. I will catch y'all in the next one.
Y'all heard Jordan, 180,000 out of 10. Now, this big pot of spaghetti is going to feed my family for days. Now, the garlic knots, probably not so much. They will be gone before the end of today. I guarantee that. I hope this shows you that you can make a delicious meal without spending a whole lot of money. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your favorite go-to meal when you are on a tight budget? Or what is your favorite go-to meal that stretches across multiple days? We all can help each other. Drop it down in the comment section so we can get some ideas on what to cook next. I just want to thank you all for hanging out with me in the kitchen today. Go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you are into budget cooking, budget meals, all things budget related, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and become a part of the family, because that's what we do over here. We do everything budget related. I will see you all next week in my kitchen. I hope you all have an amazing day, and we will chit chat in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.